Welcome guys! For a long time the M16A4 burst mode has been a hot topic for discussion when it comes to weapon balancing. The burst mode is inconsistent, difficult to use, and it just feels bad. But why is this, and what could be done to fix it and make it worth your time again? I've spent a lot of hours investigating this subject, and I believe to have found the core issue with the M16A4 burst mode. A fully automatic weapon will fire 30 bullets with identical time between shots. This gives a constant upwards motion of the weapon muzzle. To control this recoil, all you need to do is to counter the motion moving your mouse downwards at constant speed. But for the M16A4, the shots come in bursts, meaning the recoil control is very difficult as you would have to match it perfectly with the bursts. Therefore, many players just click fast with the M16 to get it to perform close to full auto, but somehow this is still super inconsistent, and the reason is how the weapon behaves based on click speed. At a calm 1 click per second, the weapon will stabilize after each burst. This means that the recoil penalty for rapid fire will go to 0 before the next burst can occur, which will result in an overall lower recoil. At 2 clicks per second, the rate of fire and recoil goes up, meaning that if you click at this rate, you have to pull down more with your weapon, but a constant mouse movement still won't work due to the nature of the burst. When clicking 3 times per second, the rate of fire and recoil goes up again, but the weapon is still not firing with a consistent time between bullets. The sweet spot is around 3.7 clicks per second. This gives a close to perfect spread between the bullets, constantly rising muzzle, but also the maximum possible vertical recoil. Despite the high recoil, this is the easiest to control due to the near constant time between the shots. The problem is when clicking just faster than this. At 4 clicks per second, it starts going the other way again, because the weapon can't fire quicker, and it will simply skip clicks, entirely causing the weapon to behave very inconsistently. At 5 clicks per second, the rate of fire is actually much slower than clicking 3 clicks per second, because many of your clicks simply do nothing. So increasing the rate of fire over 3.7 makes the weapon handle worse, unless you shoot at a 7.4 clicks per second, which is double the amount. This is an example of shooting 8 times per second, and the inconsistency is blatantly obvious here. Looking at the DPS per clicks per second, shooting at that magical 3.7 clicks per second therefore gives you the highest possible DPS. So unless you click at 3.7 or 7.4 times per second, you get an unstable weapon with varying amounts of overall recoil and DPS. This is the reason why the burst mode is bad. In order to fix this, the weapon code must be changed so that clicks above 3.7 seconds per second when in burst mode all registers as 3.7. This prevents players from being punished by clicking faster and will remove the high inconsistency. The burst mode still has a high amount of vertical and horizontal recoil, which will prevent it from being overpowered. Furthermore, the maximum DPS won't be sky high, as with 3.7 clicks per second, the average DPS will be 504 based on my test. So the message to all you players out there is that right now you need to click at this rate. And the message to the developers at PUBG is also clear. Normalize the rate of fire when exceeding the maximum possible, and I'm sure we'll see more people enjoying this weapon without introducing any balancing issues at all. Now that's all I had for you guys in this video. I hope you liked it, and if you counted how many times I said 3.7, write it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.